Hello, my name is Ted Russell, and this is Issues of Life. And we are talking about Proverbs 4:23, where it says, "Watch your heart, or guard your heart, or keep your heart with all diligence, because from it flow the issues of life." So, and this was written by Solomon, the wisest man that walked the face of the earth next to Jesus. Um, and we talked about the word heart is actually referring to our soul, which is our mind, our will, and our emotions. And that uh, what we need in order to deal on a daily basis with the issues that life brings every day, the issues, the circumstances, the decisions, what we need is wisdom. Now, wisdom comes from knowledge, and knowledge comes from information. Now, wisdom is when you take the information and the knowledge that you have and you correctly and effectively apply it. That's wisdom. So we need knowledge. Knowledge comes from information. Now, it can't be just any information. It has to be the right information, the correct information. Nowadays, we have access to, literally at our fingertips, of a massive amount of information. And probably the great majority of it is not that great. You know, what we need if we want to deal with our daily issues, whether that be, dealing with our kids, dealing with family relationships, dealing with decisions that we need to make at the job, or whatever those issues may be, every day that we confront, we need to, it starts with having the tools. It starts with having good, correct, reliable information. Now, where does that come from? And Solomon, he says this. Solomon says this. He says this in verse 20 in Proverbs 4. Remember, this is the wisest man besides Jesus that ever walked the face of the earth. And he says, "My son, pay attention to my words and be willing to learn." So it starts there. We have to be willing to learn. "Open your eyes to my sayings. Do not let them escape from your sight. Keep them in the center of your heart." In other words, the center of your soul. For they are life to those who find them, and healing and health to all their flesh. Okay, so we need information, but we need a reliable source for that information. We need the correct information, right? Now, I remember back in the days where we actually, if we needed information, we actually had to go to a library and get encyclopedias and look up and research information that way. Nowadays, we can just get on our phones and get all this information, but we have to be careful. We need to know that the information that we receive is reliable, is trustworthy. Otherwise, when we go to apply it to our lives, it's not going to work, right? So it would be like if you want to buy a car, and you're doing research on what car you want to buy, and who are you going to look to? Who are you going to ask? Well, I would think that one of the places that you would go would be a dealer. You want to go to an expert. You want to go to a specialist, maybe a dealer, maybe talk to a mechanic, find out all you can in order to make the best decision possible about what car you want to buy. And that's the same thing. You want the best and most reliable information. So as we go forward, we need to have a reliable source of the information in order to deal with the issues that we deal with on a daily basis. So what if this, another example? So what if they came out with the most highest tech vehicle ever, and it was just high tech, and you had the opportunity to own one, and it had all the bells and whistles, all this new stuff, right? And you knew nothing about any of it. Now, how would it be? Let me put it this way, who would know the most about that vehicle that would help you? Wouldn't it be the person that made that vehicle? And wouldn't it be awesome if that person that knows every detail about that vehicle, if he could, you could have him 24/7 around, and him teaching you everything about that vehicle, guiding you and all that? I mean, wouldn't that make you feel comfortable, secure about when you hop in that vehicle, that even if you didn't know something about it, you got the person right there at your fingertips to be able to tell you, to guide you? Well, that's exactly what we have through God. God is our source. God is our creator. And he is the one that knows us better than we know ourselves. And so what if you had 24/7 access to a person that, let me put it this way. What if you knew somebody that was right 100% of the time, that and knew everything about everything 100% of the time? And what if you had 24/7 access to that person, so that you could ask that person anything that you wanted about any situation, any circumstance, and you would know 100% that the advice or the information that he was giving you was exactly right all the time? Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, that's exactly what we have through our Lord, through God. 24/7, we have access to him, and he goes with us wherever we go. Whatever we do, we're able to consult with him, and he has all the answers. Now, one last thing. Now, what if that person was your dad, was your daddy? Wouldn't that be awesome? That you had 24/7, that your dad, your daddy, was the person that knows everything about everything, and that you could go to him and consult with him in every circumstance, in every situation, and know that the information that he gives you is 100% right. Wouldn't that be awesome? Until next time, the issues of life.